Oh, cool. All right. Welcome to the Operations Mastery podcast. I'm here with Thomas Johnston. He owns a marketing agency and is really interestingly pivoted recently. So I'm excited to jump into that and how he works with like outsource agencies and consultants, and then his own outsourcer right now. So thank you for jumping on, Thomas.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks so much.
Awesome. So why don't you give us just 20-second overview of your SEO focus and why that, and then kind of why you pivoted recently to a new business model.
So I always wanted freedom. I grew up in the internet age, Windows 95, started playing video games. Like, okay, this internet thing's cool. So, and I've never really wanted a boss. So I started working as in, what do you call it, for free at a SEO agency. I'm like, I'll work for free. You just teach me everything you know. And then I kept one of the clients that was my family members and started my own agency. And I did everything but the accounting. And then, yeah, did a lot of local SEO for clients, a little bit of national stuff, a lot of franchises. So I learned how to scale the SEO and learning you want like one big niche with lots of clients as opposed to a whole bunch of little scattered ones across the United States. And then want to go to the pivot. Oh, that good on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
But it's very draining. You're dealing with clients. They're paying you money. They're expecting things. They own you. So there's no freedom in that. But I got the skill set. And then about 3 years ago, I started focusing more on creating white label brands for other companies. So instead of going to a franchise where they can fire you, I would create my own websites, my own lead phone numbers, my own contact forms, Google My Business profiles under my brand, and send all the leads to the actual partners or affiliations. And then I get paid based on results. So they're just happy to talk to me as opposed to owning me. And it's a mutual win-win-win. And you can scale it, it's residual, and you can create freedom. And then you can also just, having 200 locations for one niche is very scalable as opposed to 50 locations in all different niches.
Yeah, so I have some questions first on working with franchises.
Mhm.
How do you scale it across multiple locations, like specifically SEO?
So most franchises will have one website. So you can just edit the pages from one website. You got one login. You have one Google profile email address that has all the locations in there, and you just go through there. You don't have to do keyword research for every new one. It's way easier. Like 200 locations is easier than literally 30 different niches, and it pays better.
Wow. Um,
That's where the money is for SEO.
yeah. And it's so everything you do is on one website. You don't create like micro websites for each location.
So everything I do now, they all have their own URL, but I use WordPress and do a multi-site. So you have one WordPress install with all the same plugins, with all the same photos, and you copy them into subsites. Like literally, you do like a download, upload, boom,
Mm,
everything's there, and then you just edit the address, the phone number, the unique things for that, and then add the local SEO pages on the back end per unique domain. I used to do it all on one website, but
wow.
um, when you play big boy SEO, you create a big boy footprint, and Google slaps you.
Oh,
So we have to have unique phone numbers, unique addresses, unique websites, unique social media profiles, unique Yelps, everything. Everything looks like it's its own thing.
wow.
Wow. That was a big learning curve. I lost my business like 4 different times in the last year because they just kept slapping me.
Wow.
So it's a little bit more work now, but we are gaining everything back and we're reinstating our Google My Business listings. If you have questions on any specific thing, let me know. But Google My Business listings are where the money is, and Google treats them very dear to their heart. So they just they'll slap real businesses, and businesses have to get their own business back. And I'm having to figure out that. But my outsourcer is also very good with it. So
Wow, that's extremely interesting because the agencies I operate, we haven't gotten on Google My Business yet because we get reviews from like third-party sites like Trustpilot,
mhm.
but and like we serve nationally. So I'm always like, why do we need Google My Business? But I think we're gonna sign up for it because I
What are your niches? Or yeah.
mostly other agencies and then SaaS and finance.
SaaS, software as.
Yeah, software as a service, so like tech
Okay.
companies.
Oh yeah. You don't really need it for that. What's the first one again?
Other marketing agencies.
People will look locally for that.
Okay,
Possibly software. I don't know. That's a risky. It might be unnecessary time time hole.
interesting. And my next question was like, let's take like a microsite, for example, on one location. I know I've thought about like duplicate content being an issue. Do you just change the H1s, H2s and enough so there's no duplicate content, or you don't think that's much of an issue?
I everything is duplicate. Even the sales pitch is duplicate. But on the homepage, I will create content at the bottom. You can
Mm,
just use Chat GPT. Like it's like
simple.
negative cents to write an article.
Wow.
It's so cheap. And then on the local SEO page, so it's like, that's something Dallas.com, and there'll be another city, Fort Worth, / Fort Worth. And then I have a plugin that goes and gets all of the keywords or the content for the keywords from ChatGPT automatically. So I
Wow.
get unique articles for every page that needs to rank. But like the about us page, the contact page is all duplicate.
And how do you find keywords with ChatGPT?
You don't, sorry. Actually, you can. You can say, find me keywords. You can even write, optimize, find keywords for this and optimize it. And it will do H1 tags and H2 tags. It
Wow.
understands. Yeah. But I don't do that. I do everything with on our website, and then it gets the content.
Wow. Okay, amazing. Um, okay, so now that I know that a little bit more, I want to jump into something you mentioned with working with an outsourcer.
Mhm.
Tell me about this person. How'd you find them? What do they do for you?
He's a beautiful human being. His name is Povitro. He's from Bangladesh. I found him on Fiverr. He did a good job, and I kind of just contacted him and like, hey, tell me what you can do for this, because you can't put emails in Fiverr. You'll get him fired.
Yeah.
So he went to the website, asked a whole bunch of questions, very confused, and he's like, oh, and then he emailed me. I'm like, hey, I need an outsourcer. I'll train you, blah, blah. It's like, cool. And then we just went from there. And then the cool thing about him, so I was only paying him $5 an hour. Unbelievable. And he's
Great.
as good as me. So, I hate copy and paste. I did it for so long. My soul died. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So, and then he has a team though. So when he So I upped him to $10 an hour, and then his team gets paid $5 an hour, and then he gets the override. So we scale it. He's incentivized to scale, and it's just that simple. And he has all the training videos already. He's already done it. He knows how to train them. He's very good at tracking. I'm not good at. I don't want to look at anything. I just like, here's the traffic, the Google Analytics. We're getting paid this much. It's working. I don't even do ranking reports anymore.
Wow. So to take a step back, I mean, one of the biggest things I think with managing anyone is incentivizing them.
Yeah.
And so you found the best way to do that is be like, hey, I'm going to pay you 10 an hour, but you're going to get that margin by scaling a team on your own.
He came up with that on his own. I was unaware that they were going to get an override. I was like, oh crap. I'm like, that makes sense. I like it. I want him to have freedom too.
Yeah.
But eventually I will just be paying him a salary, and then he's going to get a percentage of all sales, period. So then he can make educated decisions on, like, if we get this social media software that posts to all these different profiles, it costs money, but is it making him money? So he's going to get incentivized no matter what, even from business decisions, not just employees.
Wow. And so the day-to-day work, like what is him and his team doing? Because I think some agencies are worried about outsourcing because they think quality will just go down uh the shitter, so to speak. So what exactly is he doing?
So, okay, so we do SEO. So there is no like, it's technical, and then it's the quality doesn't matter when it comes to content. Like it's all hidden anyways. I hide my content. So I don't even proofread anything. Just the sales pitch is done right. I approve that. I approve the keyword research, and everything else is just duplicatable. So to answer your question, quality, it's all just it's SEO is very copy and paste. And if you do it right on one website for one location, then you can do it for the other 199.
I agree.
So, and you
Yeah.
get better at it over time. So it's not really about quality. He does it better than me because he cares.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I just check out. I moved on from that. I can't do it anymore. Not looking back.
Wow. Wow. Um, and
Okay.
so he'll do everything like get into WordPress, upload landing pages, do the technical SEO,
The
right?
landing pages are, I do it. I make sure one site is correct with
I
placeholders for him to change.
yeah.
So once that is done, he's gonna have to worry about content for sales pitch and design. Eventually, he wants to get into design, but I have a guy from Fiverr, Alion. He's the best web designer I've ever done. He's so cheap.
Wow. Um,
Has to, and a good
and
guy.
a couple other questions. So, you obviously did you train him or he came
Mhm.
in already understanding?
No, I trained him. I trained him.
Okay. And how did you do that? You just a mix of
Screencast, Snagit. I just record exactly what I'm doing, and I also do a Google Doc or a. No, I don't do use Google Docs anymore because I gotta hide it all.
yeah.
That's like a no brainer now. But Zoho Sheets,
Yep.
um, and then also have a Word document with links with everything you copy and paste, and here's the video for each thing, and that is that it. And if he has questions, he asks about it. If he has questions, he records what he's doing and sends it to me because there is a lot of loss in translation.
Mm, totally, totally. Okay. And you guys communicate over email or Slack or
Signal, the
Signal.
decentralized one.
Yep.
Just because my buddy did crypto and told me about it. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I use Signal as well. Yeah, this is actually super interesting. And then a lot of people have like, they're like, oh, I get really low quality when I go on sites like Fiverr. Did you have to burn through a bunch of bad people before
He was
finding?
my first. The universe provided.
Well,
Well, I'm training him.
right.
So it's just about can he do it? Yes or no? And then can he start to think for himself? Yes. Oh, he's starting to do experiments. Great. He now like also like I want him to have freedom. I'm like, why are you messaging me when I'm working? Go hang out with your wife during the day and like,
Nice.
you don't. So where was I going with that? We have built a relationship where if he makes a mistake, we're learning from it, and I'm learning to communicate better. It's not like they're what you call it, their societal norms are so different than here. Like he calls me God. I'm like, whoa, that's a weird thing. No, he's like, no, you're in charge of my life and my family and everything. Like what you say goes. It's like a lord, not like a,
Right.
end all be all. Like, okay, cool. No, but no, we're equals. I really value you. I can't have the life I have without you. Like, so we've been doing a lot of this. And now he's like, okay, I'm safe with this guy. I get how he thinks.
Mm.
So there's very good communication and not, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, no
Mm.
more sorry.
Yeah, yeah, they love to apologize.
Yeah. Oh
Wow.
man.
And did you teach him to run experiments?
I encouraged him every time he did. And I
Yeah.
would say, he's like, what about this? I'm like, I disagree with this. Prove me wrong. And he'll go do it. And then I was like, Jesus, that's okay. So like, okay, so SEO, right? Does posting to social media help with SEO?
I'd say no.
Correct. And then he started doing it and our leads went up. So I think Google might not rank your website because of it, but it is a ranking factor that you're a real business. So your Google My Business listing ranks.
I
It's
see.
that simple. So we're like, crap, we need to put a ton of money into this.
Wow. Wow. I love this. I love what this
And there's
guy's
softwares to do it. And no, you don't even need to do good content because no one's reading it. But
doing.
Google's seeing it as busy work. So therefore, your Google My Business listing is real. They're looking for every signal possible. And that's something that no one else is doing. And replying to reviews on Google My Business and doing Google My Business posts. They sound so stupid. I'm totally against it, but they make sales. So I'm like, okay.
Wow. I had no idea. That's
Yeah.
really interesting.
And all because of this guy.
Yeah. Amazing.
And having stupid things also helps you reinstate your Google My Business listing. So if you lose it and get suspended and you're doing all this work and you have citations, like we'll build citations after the Google My Business listing gets suspended now because Google goes, oh, it's a real business.
Wow.
It's all
Wow.
backwards
Wow. Why would he get suspended though?
because they're not real.
Wow. Probably algorithmic. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. We get slapped with algorithm stuff for
yeah,
sure. It's not manual.
sure. Um, wow, this has been really interesting actually. And so I guess how do you plan to scale in the next year or two? Is it just have like two big franchisees under your belt and just do as much good work for them as you possibly can? Or
So we got slapped real bad. We are catching all of our current niches up.
okay.
And then we already have people that the universe is just bringing me people like a hair supplement company, a wood furniture designer that could do nationwide stuff. Like just they're all there. I have a line of people to help.
Mm,
I just need to catch everything else up. And it was really expensive and a learning curve. So now we're scalable. We know only where to invest here, here, and here. But the opportunities just naturally come, and I can go find ones. There's affiliate programs for local services that I still haven't even tapped into, and they have 50 niches each. So this
yeah.
is like unlimited.
So I guess the when you talk about like catching up, was the big mistake you made trying to host these things on one WordPress site? Was that like the big mistake that might have got you guys slapped? Or
The bit
yeah.
that one domain, one email account with all the Google My Business listings. That's a huge red flag. That needs to change right away. And you can create unique Gmails. And there's
Mm,
websites where you get text verification
yep.
because you have to verify it via phone number, and you can pay
Yes.
like 25 cents and get a text verified thing within seconds. So you have a unique phone number attached to a unique Gmail with one business listing, with citations, with his own phone number, with his own URL, and possibly even if his own email if it needs it. And then you become isolated. We even went as far as to uh, rent computers on different IP addresses from a website, Chematrua or something like that. And you can go into the Google My Business listings with that unique computer, with that unique IP address, with a unique phone number, with a unique Gmail. So it literally looks like, even from an IT perspective, it's isolated. But we ended up like getting rid of it because we don't think we need it.
Right.
It's all about the unique Gmail, unique phone number, verified,
Yeah.
unique website, unique social media profiles, citations.
This is really interesting. It's funny because what you're doing isn't gray hat. Like I think it's just Google My Business isn't built for franchisees
Correct.
to handle these micro listings and stuff. And so I think that's probably just something on their end. But um that's really interesting information. And
I'm
I
the
think
blackest, whitest, hattest.
yeah, for sure. Like this is not suspect. These are like good moves. And so
Yeah.
um I think that um the franchise I see a lot of franchise sites and I'm like the usually the core franchise site is really good, but they're either is not microsites or they
They're
don't rank
they're
or
trash.
they're trash.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys have an amazing core website, but like you're losing all these franchisees inbound leads by
Yes.
not having it's math and it's like how do you make your franchisees successful? Well, you feed them leads, you make sure they leads. It's like their lifeblood.
It's weird. So yeah, they'll make a process, know their clientele, and
Right.
then they sell it to other people. But if they solve the marketing and sales is hard because you got to do that on an individual level. But
Sure.
the lead gen should be scalable.
100%.
You only got to figure it out for one location and then again go after all 199 others. It's like it's baffling.
It is baffling. It's absolutely baffling.
But
It's
if they start an affiliate program, like there's some really good service affiliate programs, people would just start marketing for them. I don't
mm,
understand why they don't just jump into that.
oh yeah. Let's talk for a couple minutes on that. Like how have you helped clients set up a successful affiliate program in the past? Like how do you reach out to good affiliates and how do you create a good program that people actually want to like refer business to?
So I don't know about that last question. It seems like more of a business sided, the individual niche. If you want to,
No, sometimes like a referral program would be like, we'll give you $20 if
oh,
you share our link out. And it's just not a
whoop, whoop. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about you. And
so
now you're,
I'm
yeah.
so how do you make a referral program actually attractive?
Okay. So, and a good affiliate program pays you per commission, possibly for the life of the person. A
Yep.
lot of them are one off though, so it doesn't really matter. So you need to track the lead of the web form, but also you need to be able to offer phone call leads. So there needs to be a program that incorporates both phone calls and email contact forms. Most only have contact forms.
Mm.
And then you need a sales team in-house to do all of the sales, so the franchises can just focus on what they're doing. They
Yes.
should not all, they're not all salespeople. They want to help people. Like if it's like a home care company, they don't want to sell, they want to talk.
Mhm.
So if you have an affiliate program though, like they can still go sell their stuff, but if you have an affiliate program, there needs to be a corporate call center. The calls
Mhm.
come in and they do the best they can, track it, and they can also hand it off to them, but it's still tracked.
Yeah, I
If you
like
do
that.
both with the web forms, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And how do you get those affiliate leads in the beginning, like to start with? Like,
That's not your problem. You create the affiliate program, the affiliates will figure it out for themselves.
right, right.
But me, it was incentivized me to go figure out all this crap I've been trying to figure out
Mm, totally.
and get an outsourcer in the team. And that's on me, not the company. They just need a good program that tracks well
Right,
and
right,
pays
right,
well.
right. And pays well. You got to
Yeah.
pay well.
And it's
How do
great
you-
to have a system where you get to see the leads per day and the close rate and the projected commissions, not just the commissions, but the projected commissions.
Mhm.
Like you go, oh, okay. Ooh, you put some fire under their butt.
Do you is there a referral software you recommend for this
I
or
don't.
not?
I've looked into it a year ago. I've just been doing joining other people's programs and comparing them.
Okay, cool.
But there's good stuff out there. But you do need a, if you're doing 200 locations, you need a localized call center.
Mm,
You
that
can't
totally makes
you
sense.
can't be sending 200 emails per month saying how many calls did you get?
Yeah, 100%. Um, totally,
Business
100%.
owners like I have to do more work and pay you. Oh, it should be built in.
Yeah, totally agree. Um, awesome, man. Well, I have nothing else. Do you have like a website or a LinkedIn page? Where can someone reach out to you if they
Yeah,
want?
by the time this podcast is up, I'll have everything. I have everything at Tom Vibe Up, and
Okay,
then tomvibeup.com will have all the links to everything.
perfect. And that is TOM vibe up.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the great vibes today,
Yeah.
and we appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Awesome. I'm just gonna end the recording here.